Alright lads, so Bleach Rebirth for Soul's first DLC character, True Shikai Ichigo, which also showcases Horn Observation, officially releases tomorrow for those with the Season Pass, on the 17th for those without the Season Pass. But for today's video, we have even earlier access, because the character isn't available until tomorrow. But what we have right now is our first official look at True Shikai Ichigo, and for today's video, we're going to showcase everything this character has to offer, how the character plays, and what the animations look like. From my brief testing with this character thus far, I've played with this character for less than half an hour at this point. I feel like he is going to be one of the better characters in the entire game. Quite easy to use, his control level is 4-star. But there's a lot of different things you can do with this character, and most importantly, he just plays super fun. You know, if you saw my video yesterday, I said this character should have been saved for the final DLC character. But honestly, after playing with him right now, I don't mind that he's the first character because he's super cool. It's Ichigo. So, with that said, let's try out True Shikai Ichigo. So we're going to start with a basic combo. Just the light attacks. What makes this character stand out compared to, you know, the past Ichigos is honestly the True Shikai, right? Wielding two swords, he just becomes super fluid with the attacks that he does have. So again, this is going to be his light attacks. Then what we can do is his heavy attacks. These look a bit more flashy. So you can do stuff like this. Looks pretty cool, right? If we knock back and then flash step, go behind them, and this is what the attacks look like. Again, he's just so fast. This is so cool. But other than that, his attacks are quite simple. What you expect of a character like this. Although it is worth mentioning here, if we can have a look at the character control sheet. There's kind of a lot about this unit, so this video might be on the longer side. So his special flash attack is a mid-stance thrust. Advance forward and thrust to attack. Leaves you less open if the tip of your blade connects. And if you do hit it, it can be linked into a Y combo. I'm currently using an Xbox controller. Or you can use your signature move right after that. So if we show the connection, you can launch forward and then instantly hit again. Can you do anything after that? I'm not entirely too sure. It does knock them away. You can't really combo anything after that. Doesn't seem like it at the very least. And from the looks of it, if you try and combo your signature move after that, the combo will actually end. But let's have a look at his signature move, right? So his signature move has a lot going for it. The name of the attack is SYZYGY. That might be not official. Maybe when the character releases, the name will actually change. But his signature move is a stance attack with 4 different variations depending on the button that you do press. If you press square, you do full moon. Triangle does moonlight, B does get a potential, and then A is another lunge forward very similar to his special flash attack, but that can then be comboed into another attack or also the sport suppression moves. So if we use that as an example, right? So signature move into triangle, lunges forwards. It's pretty good because you can actually combo it. So you do get a free combo when you lunge forwards. Looks pretty cool too. And then you can do that. Get a nice little combo. Look how fast he is. He's coming through with it. So that's one variation of the stance. If we press B into B or circle, you just do a simple get a potential. Again, that's something that you can spam too. So you have a lot of different techniques and just tech that you can do with this character. If you want to spam it, you can spam it. Does he have... How much range does it have? It's quite far, right? Not too far, but... You know, this is essentially what Visor Ichigo has, Bankai Ichigo. And this Ichigo has it. But then he also can do stuff like this, you know, lunge forwards. And then start a combo. If we do circle into square, you do a pretty cool slash forward. So, go that. I don't think you can combo it. So if we set the dummy to guard only after start, and then do circle into square, you know, he does start to block, but it happens really quick. I feel like in an online game, you can probably punish someone like that if they're not ready for it. And maybe you can grab. I mean, you could probably do that. I think that will honestly work. At least for those that aren't aware of how this character plays on day one, potentially, right? So I definitely might be trying to go for the grab combo if you're actually close enough at the very least. Because it does seem like it has quite a fast activation time. But then the last one is this. So if you press circle into A, you just lunge forward. Nothing super crazy, right? But again, these attacks have a lot going for them. So this attack in particular, Rising Moon, you have no hitbox when in that lunge. So I feel like that's going to be quite broken. And again, you can just combo that into anything. So you never know when going against Ichigo what he's going to do after that lunge. Is he going to start a normal combo? He might. Is he going to do a heavy combo? He might. If you press A twice, you can kind of just fake it out. So that's definitely going to be quite annoying. And then you can just also just hit a get to go from afar. And then most importantly, you can combo that into his sport suppression moves. So let's have a look at his sport suppression moves, right? So his triangle, his first sport suppression move, is going to be a lunge forward. It's got some pretty good range to it. This is also going to be a combo finisher, and having that as your first sport suppression move, I think is going to be a good thing. So what we can do here, for example, is lunge, do that, and then hit with the special move. Pretty decent damage, 16 hit combo, not too bad. Or at the same time, you can lunge forward and then hit him with the second sport suppression move. Now, why is that important? Lunging forward with a range attack, because again, this is just a Getter potential. Pretty cool stuff. Has, I think, even better range compared to his signature move. If we back up, how far does that go? It goes quite far. It might be the longest range attack in the game, at least when it comes to Getter potentials. But the reason why the lunge is important, because if we have a look at his character control guide here, even though his second sport suppression move is just a Getter potential, it can actually become a Getter Jujisho if you are close enough, which I think is really cool. And it also has invincibility frames at the start. So this second sport suppression move is more of a counter attack than a combo ender, for example. But you can also use it as a super offensive mood by comboing it into the Rising Moon attack. So for example, we go here, right? Can it actually work? I actually don't know. Let's find out. So we can do this, and then hit them, and then hit the Getter Jujisho. Like, that's so sick. We know the Getter Jujisho is going to be one of his Kikon moves, but I do actually really like that you can just also have it as a sport suppression move. So he has a lot of different things going for him, I think. And that pretty much describes his whole kit, right? Now let's actually showcase the Kikon move. So his first Kikon move looks really cool in my opinion. Hold on, we actually need to turn off the guards. So second attempt, here we go. Kikon move number 1. We've already seen it. It's the Jujisho. Bro. That is good. Such a good animation. Most attacks, to be fair, in this game lacked impact on the, in terms of like the after effect of the animations. But like a lot of the way this game is, right? The main thing is the animation here. It's super character focused. The sound effects put a lot of weight behind it. I think it looks really cool. And this is only his first Kikon move. He has two more when you awaken. But I think for a base Kikon animation, this might be one of the best in the entire game. It just looks so cool. I always expect that to be his like finisher, his final Kikon move, but nah, it gets better. So, with that said, moment of truth, let's awaken. Who would have thought they actually went ahead and did it? Horn of Salvation already. Look how cool he looks. Now, OST, one of the best in the entire game already. It might be hard to hear because I'm talking over it, but it's one of the few OSTs in the game that does have singing in it, similar to the Mugetsu one. So in terms of animations, does he change a tad bit? Kind of? I think that one of the cooler parts here is the white blade. It just looks super cool. But the animations too, look how fast he is. That's so cool. Let's do it again. Full last step behind him. Actually, hold on. Really cool fact, actually, is that now it's not a flash step, it's a Sonido. That's really cool. It's very similar to Full Hollow Ichigo, right? And it makes sense too. But I really like that attention to detail. It becoming a Sonido. It's stuff like that that you just have to appreciate. And if we grab 2, just simple combo stuff. In terms of animation, though, again, I think these are basically very similar. Oh, no, that's way better. Damn, he just does crazy slashes. Let's reset the position and try that again. Pretty good damage, too. A lot of hits going through. So we can just do stuff like this. And then do it then. Yeah, that's cool. Look at this. This guy is just non-stop attacking. The Getter Jujisho, I think, is the exact same. But it's cool nonetheless. In terms of the signature move, they're basically the same. But again, this combo I really like. I can see myself doing this quite a bit. Pretty cool stuff. Can we combo anything after this flash attack? This flash step or Sonido attack? Doesn't seem like it. But I guess at this point, we can have a look at his actual animations in terms of the 2 Kikon moves that he does have. So his first awakened Kikon move is going to be Gran Rey Zero. And then his second one is Zero Crescente. That's the first time I think we've ever heard it be called that. And it's different. It's basically the same move. They're both Gran Rey Zeros, but they look very different from one another. And they also look super cool. So first up, let's have a look at Gran Rey Zero. Nice animation there. Here we go. Nice little close-up. Zero coming in. Yellow eye. Simple Zero. Nice amount of hits. I like it. It looks cool. It's good for our first Kikon animation. Before you activate sublimation, you know. So have a second look at it. I like that shot right there. Good camera angle. Very similar the way the character does it to how Full Hollow does it in a way. So definitely some reference from that. And then if we activate our fighting spirit, get into sublimation, then it changes. And this is when it becomes significantly more cool in my opinion. There we go. When you let this off, you know it's over. Blade going in the sky. Stabs the sky somehow, some reason. Yo. That's so sick. I don't even know what that is. I mean, it's Gran Rey Zero again, right? But it's different. I'll be quiet for this one so you can hear the voice acting. Like the sound effects. So cool. So cool. I'm a fan, man. This character looks so sick. So I've been having a lot of fun playing with this character. Only in the training mode right now. I can't take him online just yet. But I definitely will be doing that. One of my mains right now is Kikon. But I am such a biased fanboy towards 1000 Year Blood War that this character might will become my main. And then he will likely be replaced with any upcoming future Blood War character, you know? And after playing with characters like this, it's like, damn. I would have loved if the entire game was based off a 1000 Year Blood War, but maybe that could be a sequel, you know? Because stuff like this is just super cool to play with. Ended with that. So yeah, I'm curious to see how far people are going to take this character when he officially releases tomorrow. And then later on for everyone else without the season pass a week later. Because I feel like this character, in a way, is simple. He's a 4-star, easy-to-use character. So you can definitely use him day one, have fun with him, and probably be good with him too. But I feel like his signature move opens up a lot of doors for just additional attack. That's going to be very fun to see with high-skilled players, you know? But if we do want to showcase all the animations here, what we can do is have the enemy attack us. And then we can flash tip at this, or Senido at the correct time. If I do it correctly. There we go. I'm kind of blocking him, but it's cool. It's cool. I know he just apologized there. Ichigo's always apologizing for some reason. He's that powerful, but he's a humble king. And then we have a look at our guard gauge being depleted. Really cool stuff. Again, really like the model for this character, honestly. Super cool to see Hollow Salvation playable. And he is releasing in less than 24 hours. So, if you are a fan of this character like I am, make sure you subscribe. We're definitely going to be showcasing him online. I can't wait to get my hand on him officially. Online. Get the full use out of this character. And I'm even more excited for upcoming future 1000 Year Blood War characters. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.